So I have been buying liquidation now for a number of years, and I have embarked on something that's a little bit shocking to me. I got a Target high piece count pallet, and I am nervous as hell. Today I'm at my friends at Bargain Spot LLC, and we are looking at some of these pallets. Let's see what we can find. They did have some of these. This is actually one of the ones I got, which is the Target high piece count. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, a bunch of small items, so you know it's gonna stress me out because I get stressed out, but they had tons of them this time. So we're gonna see how the first one is and possibly come back and get another one. So all of these are the Target high piece count ones. These are some of the Amazon ones. They normally have larger stuff on them. I've also got some of the Cuisinart, is that how you say it? Cuisinart? Some of those. So some of these pallets did have some really great stuff on them. The reason I wanted to try something different is I have like a FOMO, I guess you can call it, like a fear of missing out. And I know I saw a lot of people getting these new pallets, these Target high piece count pallets, and I really wanted to try them out. So you know, I did a test run. That's the whole premise of me buying these pallets is I like getting the stuff and showing, you know, you guys what comes on these pallets. So maybe you can get one in your area, or if you're in our area, you can definitely go check out Bargain Spot LLC because they're awesome. So these are some taller ones. See how much taller those are than these. These are like Amazon high piece count. These are some of the CVS ones I talked about last time. Let me try one of those again one day. So I did just talk about some of the CVS pallets. Now, I think next time I will try one of those CVS pallets because I do like having like brand new product, and that is what that is brand new product. That's going to be stuff that they just pulled off the shelf pulls, and a lot of times those pallets do cost a little bit more. I think those pallets are around the $1,600 mark, but you will get new products, so it's going to be easier to sell those products. You don't have to test them, and testing stresses me out. That's the hardest thing with doing these high piece count pallets is testing all this stuff out. So kind of the way that these Target high piece count pallets work, from what I can tell, is that they have some larger items on top. So I'm talking about physically larger items, and also some higher value items on top. And then below at the bottom, there's just tons and tons of items. So the one that I picked out, which you'll see a little bit later on in this video, it had at least 1,000 items in it, maybe. I don't know, probably close to 1,000 items. It was tons and tons of items. One thing about Target is a lot of the stuff that you get on Target pallets are going to be like new items. So they're not going to necessarily be used or returns or anything like that. They're going to be items being pulled off the shelves, or they're going to be clearance items. Sometimes you'll see like a clearance tag on them. But you can't take that for granted, because there are some items that's going to be in there that's going to be missing stuff, whether the box opened up and the stuff slid out of it, or the item is just broken, or it just doesn't work, or you know, whatever the case may be. You always have to check your items anyway, even if, you know, unless they're like case packed. Obviously, if they're case packed, meaning that they're physically like haven't been taken out of the manufacturer's box that has multiples in them, then you're pretty good probably there. But when we go into these liquidation pallets, whether it's going to be shelf pulls or whatever it is, a lot of times you do at least just do it once over. Make sure you check them out, because this stuff looks really good until you start like looking at it, and then you're like, oh my god, this is not what I needed. But the pallet that I got actually did turn out pretty good, and I'll show you. I'll give you like a little preview of what's in the pallet here in just a minute. some of the stuff that I got. Oh. So this is obviously going to be a little bit different of an unboxing because I'm having to take everything off. It's nighttime now all of a sudden because it gets dark at 6 o'clock at night now. So I'm going to have to take everything out of the pallet and just kind of get it in here in the store. But this is some of the stuff that I've gotten so far. Sauna vest, a really nice cutlery set. That's cool. A steamer, a scale. This is really nice, and the tape has been taken off of it, but it's new on the inside. It's got some really cool stuff. There's a lot of action figures in here, and I'm kind of nervous because I'm an action figure collector. Feel like I'm gonna keep some of these, but I'm not gonna try not to keep a lot of them if I can. Here's some other stuff. It's a nice little avocado. It's a really cute Rapunzel doll. It's probably worth some money. And a bunch of other random stuff there's a lot of stuff in here. Space Mountain game. Never heard of that before. Oh, Taylor Swift album. I think that's Taylor Swift, right? Oh, and they're pink. That is so funny. But that should definitely sell, right? Everybody like Swifties. Then we got this cool Spider-Man Legend series. Most of this stuff that I'm seeing is actually new. So that's another one of those. So I'm gonna keep on getting stuff out and I'll show you some more in a minute. All right, so this is kind of what I'm working with. It's I'm about a quarter of the way through here. You can see a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to get all this hardline stuff out of here. And then I'll focus on the hard stuff and kind of keep all that stuff together. But I've got quite a night ahead of me. This is kind of, you can see the whole pallet. You can see I'm about a quarter way through, so let's keep digging. All right, so I'm still going through the pallet. You can see I've kind of been putting some stuff in the thing there, but I'm pretty excited about this. Look, it's a whole tub filled with brand new makeup. Maybelline makeup. Brand new. So that is pretty exciting. I don't know how much any of this stuff costs, but it's a lot of makeup in there. So I'm gonna keep going. All right, quick update. I am about maybe close to halfway to the bottom. I still got a bunch of stuff here to unload, and I got a bunch of stuff down there. But still getting some pretty good stuff. Got some more action figures. I saw some jewelry in here. Adhesive bras, chicken cutlets, same type they call them. A bunch of new clothes, new tag clothes is in here. Some toys, beef jerky. What is that? Beef sticks. That is not expired. I actually seen a couple of food items that wasn't expired. This is kind of an example of some of the jewelry I've seen, just different with ones of these with the letter on them. They retail for $20. There's a bunch of them in here. There's another one. There's an M. There's an E. So I'm gonna try to be careful with those because I don't want to break them. What else? It's got some jumbo eyelashes. So I'm gonna keep going. I'll update you in a minute. All right, so I just had to kind of get her done here, but this is everything. I finally got everything inside of the store, and it's a lot. This is a high piece count pallet, so there's a lot of stuff. There's some cool items. All of this stuff is like school supplies, so pencils, pens, crayons, chalk, some little cute little scissors. We got dozens of these, and all this stuff is brand new, so that's good. This is a cool little find. It's a 100th anniversary Mickey. I think this goes for like $35–40. I'm gonna go through all this stuff and we're gonna find out, we're gonna assess the value of what we think we've got here. A lot of the stuff that I've seen looks like it's fairly new. New with tags. So most of the clothing items, which is in that tote, is a new with tag stuff. And then we've got all the rest of this crap. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of candy. So tomorrow we're gonna get it all together. So this is kind of a snippet of the stuff that I got. Now, what we did was, me and April, we kind of split it up. April went and she started listing a lot of the health and beauty stuff. So all the makeup, all the medicine, all of the lotions, all those different things. And it was a lot of that stuff. Like I'm gonna tell you how much we got listed at the end of the day, and we still didn't get like half of it done. And we're already in the profit zone, which is great. But I took care of some of the larger items, some of the toys, the action figures, the Rapunzel doll. I also listed the Lego City for $150. We've already got one watcher on that. One of the action figures already sold, so we're already making money on this pallet, which is great. I like that. Means I underpriced something because it's sold like within 15 minutes. But we also have some other things that we're going to run on Whatnot. So my idea with this pallet was to get enough items to pay for the pallet, and then the rest of the items, which honestly is going to be maybe 300 or 400 pretty good items that we can run on Whatnot, and we're going to put those into our Whatnot sales, and we're going to run those on Whatnot. And we're probably going to do like maybe $2 and $3 starts on those items, because while we're going to be, technically in the profit, we haven't made all the money back for this, but we're going to be in the profit in terms of listing the items. So that's going to be the plan going forward. We do have just a ton of just like small, like electronic type things, some houseware stuff, some clothing. So it's a lot of items. So we did get a bunch of food items in this pallet, and all of it that I saw was not expired. So all of it was good until 2024 sometime. So we're going to take those items. Some of the items we're going to donate. We're not going to sell most of the food. We had a bunch of candy. Some of the candy we made, we'll just give out to people. We'll give those out for free. And then the actual food items, we're going to donate those, just because it's not like a lot of them anyway. It's not like a bunch of them that we would think we could bundle them together and sell, but there were quite a bit of food items. But the good thing is that none of it was expired. So that's another kind of positive about these Target HPC pallets. Also, we had a bunch of back to school type items, school items, notepads, pens, pencils, crayons, chalk, stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to kind of bundle those up and sell those. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet, but we do have a lot of that. Like there's at least 2 totes of just back to school type items. Now we did do very well with backpacks last year, so we may do something, maybe bundle some backpacks with some school items, maybe sell those as a bundle. Normally we always give people like really good prices. I got those backpacks last year for $1, and we sold them, a lot of them on Whatnot, for $5 to $10. So we didn't make too much money on them, but we did make money on them, and I believe the people got a really good deal. So we may do something like that this year. We may donate some of the back to school items, because it is a lot. It's a lot of stuff, and I'm really trying to pare things down at the store. I don't want to have just like a ton of items. Obviously we get a lot of stuff. We want to sell a lot of stuff as well. So we may start doing, taking a lot of our items that we've had for 1-2 years that's still in the store. And I think we're going to like liquidate those through Whatnot, by doing like really low starts to really just kind of get that stuff out. So that's another thing to look forward to, because me and April already are planning that. And that's going to be a fun time. So today we did end up listing about $1,100 worth of stuff. And I will tell you that we, of that, $650 of that was cosmetic. And this is what we have left. We still have roughly probably $300 worth of cosmetics left to list. So I'm really happy with that $1,000 possibly of potential sales was just in one category within this pallet. So y'all know I was a little bit nervous about getting a high piece count pallet. I've never gotten one before. We've never gotten one before from Target. We have gotten a high piece count pallet of like health and beauty, but it wasn't Target and it wasn't Amazon. I think that stuff was probably like Walgreens or CVS or something like that. And it did very well. We sold every piece that we had. And it was well over 1,000 pieces. So, you know, one of the good things about having a high piece count pallet is that your cost per item is relatively low. Now that's good for if you're selling a bunch of the same thing. So, if, you know, we sell one piece of makeup for $10, that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but when our cost is less than $1, then, you know, we're making quite a bit of profit just on that one item. So when we sell multiples of those, it's going to carry a lot further, you know, versus us having, you know, 10 to 15 really high dollar items and one of them or two of them don't work. And then now we've taken a large portion of our potential profit from one item. So I think that overall I'm going to enjoy this pallet. We'll see how the sales go. I'll keep you guys updated on how the sales go. I do have to go over there tomorrow. This is all like today. This video is going to come out on Saturday. So this was all done on Friday. So yesterday for y'all. And it's kind of exciting because we're kind of reinvigorating our business. We're testing something out. We're doing something new. And I challenge everybody to kind of do that with your business. If you are doing one thing or you're doing the same thing, you know, challenge yourself to do something different, step outside your comfort zone, and hopefully the outcome is really great. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. Make sure you check out this playlist, which is going to give you more of my pallet flipping adventures. It's also going to tell you where to buy liquidation pallets, and also it's going to give you some information about buying those pallets. My cat is in the background making all kind of noise, so we're out of here. Good night, y'all.